Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Welcome to another one of these videos of mine. I got martial arts tonight. It's freaking Monday. That's a freaking huge bug. What are you? Sort of cricket. There's my boat. I can see it from up here. It's all blue, dabbo-dee, dabbo-die, dabbo-dee, dabbo-die. Anyway guys, today I wanted to talk about this sack of shit on my wrist. What are you looking at here? This is the Fitbit Sense #1. I've been a Fitbit user since 2018 when my coworker went and got the Fitbit Sense and he showed me all the cool shit it can do and all like the telemetry tracking, calorie tracking, how the app, you can calorie track on the app. Kind of like there's another program out there like some Fitness Pal or whatever, it can do that too. But when he showed me all that shit, I was like, oh my god, and it adds up the calories you're burning versus the calories you're taking in, so you can be in a deficit if you want to lose weight, or in a surplus if you want to gain weight. You can keep an eye on everything, make sure you're hitting your macros, make sure you're hitting your micros. It does all that bullshit for you. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Ran out to Best Buy, bought myself a Fitbit Versa, the #1. Versa 2 came out, didn't see a point in upgrading. The Versa 1 was fine, and then the Versa 3 came out along with the Sense 1. The reason why I got the Sense 1 was because of two really cool features. #1, 5-day battery life. Very nice. The original Sense only had a 3-day battery life. You can get 5 days off this puppy chucker. And I was like, that's dope. Charge it on a Monday, maybe charge it again on a Friday, and then charge it again on a Tuesday. Perfect. You don't have to keep it on the charger all night, because I love wearing it while I sleep because it tracks your sleep. It tracks if you wake up. It tells you if you're in a deep sleep, a light sleep, or in REM sleep. I guess it does it through your breathing patterns. I don't know. I don't really care. It does it. It seems legit. We'll go with it. I'm not going to judge the science. And the other feature it had that I really liked was the Google Assistant. It had Alexa on there too, because the original, I think the Sense 2 and the Sense 3 had Alexa, but this one had Alexa and Google Assistant, which was very nice. I have Google hockey pucks all over the house. I got one loudspeaker in the living room for when I lift weights, so I can play music and enjoy it and lift weights to it, and that was a great feature. Well, I've been noticing I've been noticing since about April that the watch hasn't been getting 5 days. Hell, it hasn't even been getting 4 days, hasn't even been getting 3 days. 2 days of battery life. I'll charge it today. I just took it off the charger this morning. Currently, we are sitting at... where the frick is it? I gotta find the battery life. Currently, we are sitting at 80% in 1 day. Not even 1 day. In 8 hours. I took it off well, maybe 9 hours. From 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, 10 hours. Yeah, 9 hours, whatever. I don't know. Math is hard. Took it off the charger this morning, put it on my wrist. Didn't really do much with it. It's not like I'm answering calls with it or anything. And it's already down to 80%, 20% gone. 2 days, the battery will be flat. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why is this happening? I also noticed the Google feature of the watch no longer functions. I checked the app, you can only select Alexa. So I decided to do some digging. Apparently, these things and the Sense 4 have been overheating, or the Sense 3, sorry, have been overheating. So Google decided to patch the firmware, this is awesome, to patch the firmware where 60% of the battery is now 100% charged. So it'll only charge the battery to 60%. It'll tell you 100%, because that's what the firmware does. It just remaths the math. And there you go. I never had an issue with this watch overheating. It's never been a problem. Because if it was a problem, I probably would have replaced it. But now I can't even get a full weekend out of the damn thing. Charge it on a Friday, and by Sunday I'm getting an email saying your Fitbit is at 25%. You know, that's ridiculous. Last year when I was going to Blokes, I would charge it before leaving North Bay, get down there, spend my 3 days there, the 4th day come home, and on the 4th day, by the time I was like leaving, I would get the email, you're at 25%, and I check and the watch is at 25%. Pretty good when you're using it a lot to track steps and all that, right? That now the watch is starting to hurt. Literally this time when I went down to Blokes, I had to charge the watch. I charged it on Friday while I slept, or tried to, and then put it on Saturday morning at 2 a.m. fully charged. Went down to Blokes. We did fishing Saturday. Sunday night I had to charge it again. It was already down to 30%. Monday we went fishing. I came home that Monday night. Tuesday I had to charge it Tuesday night again. Normally what I'll do on nights like tonight, like I'm going to Fight Club, is I will just leave it on the charger, but it's already got a lot of power left in it. So tomorrow night when I go to Fight Club for sticks, I'll just leave it at home on the charger so I can come home and grab it after Fight Club and it'll be fully charged, ready to rock. But this is bullshit because they said the Google app, the Google Assistant was consuming too much battery life. Therefore, they had to disable that feature, but you can keep Alexa, right? Now, this is what I don't get. Fitbit was acquired by Google. Google owns Fitbit now. They bought it for all the fitness shit. And then they started their line of Pixel watches. Now, if you're upset by the fact that this thing's consuming, like its battery's been friggin' almost halved and it's no longer a good fitness thing, you can submit a claim to Google and they will give you a $50 credit towards a Pixel watch. Well, that doesn't fly right with me because you know what the problem with the Pixel watch is? Yeah, it does have the Google Assistant. Yeah, it has all the features this thing has, except for one that I really liked about this thing, pre-patch. The battery life. The Google Pixel is only good for 30 hours and then you got to charge it. Oh yeah, they're like, oh, it's fast charging. But you know what it doesn't have that the Apple Watch has? Wireless charging. You know, something you can do with the Apples now that they have wireless charging and wireless power transfer is while you have your phone plugged in, you can lay your watch on the back of your phone and it'll do a QI charge through the phone's membrane into your watch so you can get two birds stoned same time. The Pixel watch doesn't have that yet, and their reasoning behind it is there's not enough room in the watch to put the coil. Google, I have a tip for you. Go out and buy an Apple Watch, dissect it, and figure out how they did it. You know they're doing it to you? Do it back to them, for crying out loud. Figure out how they're getting a coil in there to induct a friggin' charge wirelessly. Because honestly, no bueno. You know, there's other companies out there like Garmin. Garmin makes smartwatches with GPSs and all that bullshit. But you know what they did to combat the whole battery problem? They put a solar panel on the face to basically spend 2 hours in the sun a day. Guess what? You never have to charge your freaking watch again. It's enough to charge the watch. That's freaking amazing. So, I don't know, I'm gonna run this piece of shit until I'm finally fed up with it. I already canceled my Fitbit premium account because I'm not paying for a service that, for a watch that's been crippled because some idiot can't troubleshoot. And then, yeah, to me, it's all just a ploy to get you to go out and buy the next big thing, right? Like when iPhone was like, oh, people are still using the iPhone 6. Let's limit the power use on that. You know, like when companies slow down hardware to make you go out and buy the next greatest thing. The whole reason why I went with a Google phone, guys, is because I keep seeing updates on my Pixel 9 that were coming up for the Pixel 10, and they work on my Pixel 9. Then I found out my buddy with his Pixel 6 is getting the same damn updates and they're working fine on his too. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. But I digress. No, it's just, I hate when I buy a piece of tech and it's great in the beginning, but as it ages, it gets shittier, not because the product's getting used, but because the company who made the product decided to start axing out features to try and persuade you into purchasing a new product. So as far as Fitbit goes, I'm pretty sure these ones here, these big smartwatches, they'll probably go away. You'll still be able to get Fitbit, but it's going to be those slim bands and like the step counters and like the Fitbit scale and all that shit. But it's probably either going to be rebranded Pixel, like Pixel Fit or something. But as far as these big faced watches, they'll be phased out in preference for the Pixel line. 2-day battery life, that don't work for me. That don't jive. So Google, I know you're not watching this, even though I'm uploading it to your platform. If you were watching this, can you frickin' do me a solid, bud? Can you make a Pixel that works like the Sense? Doesn't have to be shiny. Give me a 5-day battery life. Maybe you'll get a customer back. But honestly, I'm seriously steering towards the Garmin Tactical Sapphire watch with the solar panel. Seriously steering towards that way. But like I said, I'm going to run this thing into the ground till the final straw, and then I'll be upgrading. Any of you guys out there have the Versa 3 or the Fitbit Sense? Do you have the Fitbit Sense 2? I know it doesn't have the feature like this one here has with the assistant. Apparently it never had it, and that's the reason why I never went to the Sense 2. But let me know in the comments below if you guys have the Fitbit and what you think of it, and if you're thinking about switching, what brand are you going to? I know a lot of Apple users use the Apple Watch due to, like I said, the direct integration and the fact you can charge it on the back of your QI phone if you have one of the newer iPhones. And yeah, it's just a nice setup, and Google really needs to figure it out, because that would be a game changer. Honestly, if it had that feature, I wouldn't be too too upset because when I'm charging my phone, I can just lay the watch on the back of it and charge the watch at the same time rather than having. And that's one thing I don't like about these smartwatches is they all use a proprietary connector to charge them. Like, they don't use a simple USB-C cable. They use this like multi-pin, gotta line them up perfectly, and it has to sit on the watch perfectly, or otherwise it fumbles the bag and then it drops, right? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know down below in the comment section if you use a smartwatch to complement your smartphone. And if you do, which smartwatch do you use? Because maybe the Garmin isn't for me. Maybe you have a better idea out there. Maybe you're using some other name one like Xiaomi or a Motorola watch and you're like, oh man, this one has amazing. Let me know what you're using if you're using anything. My cat just went behind the fridge. What the frick? What are you doing? Oh yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.